This is an urgent appeal from the Disasters Emergency Committee. Hundreds of thousands of people have fled their homes to escape conflict in Ukraine, leaving jobs, belongings and loved ones behind. They need shelter, food and water. You can help. To donate online, search DEC or text radio to 70150 to give £10. Thank you.
Streaming 24/7, this is Brum Radio.
Thank you for downloading this Brum Radio podcast. For more podcasts, visit brumradio.com.
You're listening to Interval Theatre, the podcast. This week I spoke to the Baroness Benjamin, Floella Benjamin, about coming to England, which is going to be at Birmingham Rep Theatre. I'm Dave Massey. I'm joined on the telephone by the Baroness Benjamin of Beckenham, who you might know better as Floella Benjamin. Good afternoon, Baroness. How are you today?
Good afternoon. I'm in top form, feeling good about who I am.
I'm really excited that you're bringing this story to Birmingham's Rep Theatre, and it's coming from the 31st of March to the 16th of April. How do you feel about sharing your story in this way to a theatre audience?
I feel as if I'm blessed. I feel it was a great opportunity to show people the Windrush story, people that feeling of belonging, that feeling of excitement of life, that feeling of hope, coming here to Britain, being rejected, but yet overcoming all of that. And I'm hoping that the music and the vibrancy and the joy and the emotion that people are going to experience will make them understand better about the Windrush generation and leave the theatre happy, because we've got a lovely song at the end called Play Mass. And it's so uplifting. When I hear it, I'm jigging in my seat.
Fantastic.
It's one of these, and it's one of these shows that's going to make you cry. It's going to make you laugh. It's going to make you angry. It's going to make you feel, this shouldn't be happening and this shouldn't happen. But at the same time, it's going to make you feel, yes, adversity can break you or make you stronger. And they'll see that adversity didn't break Floella. It just made her stronger and stronger to inspire other people to feel good about who they are and to go out and change the world.
What a wonderful message to be sharing with the people of Birmingham, and it's so thrilling to hear that this production is coming, particularly at this time when we had such a huge break from theatre ourselves. You're telling the story. At what point does the story begin? Are you able to tell us that? Is it from before you came to England, or is it at the point that you come to England?
No, it starts off from Trinidad, and it starts off with me as a little girl, age 3, and how, my family grew and grew, and I had this wonderful, I was incredibly lucky to have 2 incredible, loving parents. They were amazing when they made their children feel confident about who they are. My mum used to pour love into me every day. My dad used to open my mind to the world. And so I grew up in this incredible environment of vibrancy of Trinidad, the joys of Trinidad, understanding that I came from Africa and I had, my African heritage, not to deny that, to go to school and learn about Britain. So I knew about Britain, the land of hope and glory, the motherland. I knew about British history. And so the book and the play will start off showing all that side of Trinidad, how life was and how suddenly disaster, when the family was broken up because they had the call from Britain to come and save Britain, come and help rebuild Britain. And so many Caribbean people left their children to answer the call. And I was one of those children who were left behind because my parents wanted to come and rebuild Britain. And having to stay with people who weren't particularly nice, who were quite horrible, foster parents. And how you know that you are somebody because of the love that you were given by your parents that helped you get through it. And then you get on this big ship. Imagine 4 children, age 11 to 7, on their own, crossing the Atlantic Ocean, 4,000 miles, and coming to England and meeting your mum and dad again, and ended up living in one room.
Where?
And thinking, how could this be? And my mum said, this room is full of love, and love is all you need.
Oh, how lovely.
Love is all you need. And then you get to school, and then you're called names, and you're being bullied, and you're having to deal with that. And knowing the only way to get through it is to believe in who you are, and knowing it's other people's problem, not yours. And that revelation of believing in yourself and belonging, feeling as if you belong not just to your family, but to a country that you've brought up to love, and meeting the Queen. I mean, and that, what more can you ask for in
Absolutely.
a story? Well, it's a story of hope. It's a story of determination. It's a story of resilience. It's a story of excitement, a story of all the emotions you can imagine. And most of all, it's a story of joy. And I want, when people leave the theatre, I want them to be singing the song Play Mass. I want them to feel, the excitement and the love and the joy that I've poured into my book and into the country, into the nation.
And when I'm from the generation, and I'm sure you'll know what I'm about to say, but I'm from the generation that grew up watching you on television. And I was lucky enough to be able to have you sing stories and tell stories to us on almost a daily basis through the television. Did you realise the impact when you were younger about what that would have on people's lives? And was that hope and positivity that was poured into your family? Was that what you were then sharing with us?
Exactly. At the time, all I knew is that I was loved, and I want everybody else to feel loved. I didn't realize the impact it would have, because that was 45 years ago.
Yes.
That I did this. And I get letters, I get emails, I get tweets, I get messages sent to me every single day saying to me, you don't realize what you meant to me. I had nobody to love me when I was little but you, Floella Benjamin. I was abused, physically, emotionally, sometimes even sexually, some children tell me. But you got me through this. You can't imagine seeing your smiling face saying, hello, is everything all right?
That's fantastic.
Today, I'm taking you through the round window. And it said, that's the tone of your voice and the love that you sent out to me made me realize that, yeah, somebody in this world loved me.
And that's really exciting to have that message sent to people as well. And for younger people, my reviewer that's going to be coming to see this is 24 years old, and she is going to be getting her first experience of what your life was like and what challenges that you faced and the message that you're planning to bring. Is there anything that she particularly within the show should look at in particular?
I think what you should look at is understanding that all children need to be loved and that childhood lasts a lifetime. And what you give to children at that very early stage will stay with them forever. And don't ever feel, I haven't got children myself, so it doesn't matter. Because children across the world, in your community, in society, are watching what you do and will emulate what you do. So you have to do it right for children. And that's what the play is about, is showing you that you have a responsibility to act with morality, with integrity, to honesty, and to be the person others can trust, and to show other people consideration, to put yourself in the place of others, not to treat people the way people treated me when I came to England.
Yes.
They didn't treat me with any consideration by calling me names and being nasty to me.
No.
I want her to take away that feeling of contentment as well, knowing that what's right for you will come for you, and will be be the most incredible feeling in your heart when you have that feeling of satisfaction, and the confidence to love who you are, the confidence to be a decent human being. Because a lot of people, I think, bully and are nasty to other people because they don't feel good about themselves. But when you feel good about who you are, you don't want to be horrible to other people. You want to share love and joy. So I'm hoping when she sits in the seats and watch what's going on, those messages will come through loud and clear, and for her to leave have the feeling of hopefulness in her heart, knowing that she can make a difference by just doing the simplest things. When she crosses the road, for instance, somebody stops for her at a zebra crossing or the traffic light, wave and say thank you, to acknowledge the fact that somebody else has shown you consideration. Little simple things that you can do in life. And that's what I want her to take away from her, from the play.
What a wonderful message to be sharing out with the community. And it's absolutely fantastic to have this production coming to Birmingham. You can find details of the production at birmingham-rep.co.uk. Look for what's on there. The production is in Birmingham from the 31st of March to the 16th of April, and that's where it's receiving its premiere. Baroness Benjamin, thank you so much for taking the time to chat to us today about this.
Oh, thank you. And I'm sending virtual hugs to all your listeners.
Thank you so much.
Hello, this is Baroness Floella Benjamin, and you're listening to Brum Radio through the arched window.
Thank you for listening to this Brum Radio podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and rate us on your podcast app.